Wind is so bad. This is obviously my Clio RS. I'm going to get inside it because I don't even know if you can hear me. This is obviously my Clio RS 200. I've got a lot of plans with this car. As you can see, quite a lot has already taken place. New steering wheel will be going on in a couple of weeks. So if you're not subscribed for that, subscribe for that. But engine wise, we're standard. We're completely standard. We've got a Toyo Sport manifold, which does make the car sound good, but there's definitely more to do. So if you haven't seen in the description, I've got a sponsor by Cobra, the people who make the exhaust, like the good exhaust. And another exhaust on my old Clio 197. It sounded all right, but the fitment, yeah. So I'm going to be putting a Cobra on this. Hopefully it's not too loud for the track. I'm sure I'll find that online somewhere if it is or if it isn't. But engine wise, as I said, we're completely standard. I've got no intake on it. I've got nothing. But I do have plans, so let's talk about them. And I kind of want your opinion as well. There's pros and cons to both, and it really comes down, I think, to personal preference. But it'll be interesting to see if anyone's got any experience around it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be putting an intake on it for the summertime, just so it sounds a bit better. But long term, it's a bit more than that. So naturally, I'm between a 225 swap and a supercharger swap. That seems like the two things most people do. There's pros and cons to both. I was set on a 225 swap. I love the noise of a turbo. I love the kick a turbo will give you. And I just think it'll be sick. And it's borderline a straight swap because it fits. Yeah, so pros, it sounds sick, it's quick. But cons, you lose the whole point of a Clio, which is meant to be smooth and fun. It's kind of like a kick more than smooth. Now a supercharger, it wouldn't, to be fair, you can get them to like 300 horsepower, like 310, which is more than enough for this. And if I went turbo, I don't even think I'd do that. So power wise, it doesn't matter, but it's the way it puts the power on. Obviously a supercharger would be more smooth, so it drives like a Clio, but you haven't got the fun noise of like the blow-off valve and all that kind of stuff. I'll be honest, I think I've just answered it for myself. I was set on a 225 swap. I thought, like, I've wanted to do that since my old one. Like, I thought it was such a good plan. But the supercharger swap just seems to make more sense. The reason I love this car is because I'm able to rev it out to like 8,000 revs and just enjoy it and blast it. And obviously with a turbo, the power would fall off at like probably 4,500 or 5,000. So you lose all them revs. I don't know, I think don't get me wrong, they're both sick, but I think for what I want to do, like back roads and a lot more track days, a supercharger is probably the right move for me. But let me know in the comments, do you think I should keep it stock with the 200 horsepower? Do you think I should do one or the other? I don't know. As for interior, we're pretty much where we need to be. I think I'm going to do I don't know if I'm going to do a false floor or just properly tidy that up, like get rid of all the shit, because it is a bit of a mess. Something does need to be done. It needs a hoover in the front, doesn't take a genius. I'm getting a short shifter, because as good as this is, I want it kind of like up here. I've got a new steering wheel, as I said, that is sick. I've got it retrimmed, so there's the blue stitching to match the blue car. That's it on the outside. I would go outside, but you've heard the wind. RPF1 wheels. I've just got to pull my finger out and actually buy a set. I'll be honest though, like, we're not far off where I want this car to be, which is quite impressive. I'm so happy with these seats. I've got custom seat mounts. I can't remember if I put it on content, but it just raises it up a bit more. Obviously, they're still very low to the floor. The Sparco harnesses, the half cage, the K-brace. I'm in two minds. Like, I was in two minds. Do I sell it? Do I keep it? Do I sell it? Do I keep it? Then I drove it on like a decent day, because obviously I've owned it through the winter times. I haven't been able to enjoy it. So I drove it on like a somewhat dry, decent day, and I was like, yeah, this car is the car for me. I love this car, I truly do. And I think the summertime with this car is going to be incredible. And all this like engine swap, whatever, that'll be happening at the end of 2025, because I always sell my cars too early, so I don't get to enjoy them. So this year, I'm going to try and keep this car as like reliable as possible and just enjoy it for a year. And then afterwards, we can do the fun stuff. This is more of a rant because I managed to answer. I'm not set on a supercharger. I love the noise of a turbo and it would be so cool, but at the same time, I'd lose like the whole reason why I love these cars compared to like a Fiesta ST or something. But then you'd love the turbo as well. I don't know. Hopefully you have enjoyed, because I don't know what this was. It's like an update kind of thing. Hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.